XENOBLADE CHRONICLES X originally came out on Wii U. You remember that game? Maybe you don't, but I certainly do, because XENOBLADE CHRONICLES X is not just a game for me. It's an experience. It has stuck with me for many years. I never finished the game, went quite far into it, delved into many of its systems, but I never finished it. Nevertheless, it is a fucking good game if you ask me, and you should try it. I will tell you why. It is the perfect mix of exploration, gameplay, emotion, story. It has a good cast of character, and it has pretty in-depth systems. That is the combat, there's a resource management and all this. It's all very good. For those that are fans of MMORPGs or Xenoblade Chronicles type games, you might recognize that it feels like a solo MMORPG. Other Xenoblade Chronicles games might be more linear, but X truly is open world. You can go wherever you please because it is quite open. The story is not that linear in a way. It requires you to explore and make progress with your side content to further progress the story. It has a resource management minigame that there was on the Wii U gamepad when you played it on that system, where you would have the entire world map divided in hexagons, I think, of different types, and you could fulfill some requirements in these hexagons to be able to place probes at certain areas and connect them to automatically farm resources and money. And that was pretty cool. You could think with your head. I know you have a head, you're watching this video, and that was pretty cool. And damn it, this game has mechs. You can fight on the ground with your pilot. You know, you can have different classes of characters, but you fight on the ground with your weapons, and after a certain point you can unlock a mech, a giant robot. And when I say it's a big robot, it is a big robot. And then you go to town with the wildlife and you feel super powerful until bigger monsters start hitting you in the butt, and then you die. Happened to me. But the game has plenty of customization. Customization, party, mechs. You can buy different types of mechs. You can recruit multiple people in your party, swap them around. Of course, there's all the equipment of your character, right? And you can change colors of stuff. There's a character creator even. You can make your own character. You want to be a small lady with 2 guns. You can. You want to be a big buffy boy with a big sword. Of course you can as well. This is your dream, right? You can fulfill whatever fantasy you have. And the game has tons of content. In that way, it is reminiscent as well of MMORPGs because, my guys, there's the main story, sure. You can go and complete it, but it requires you to reach certain levels for your characters at certain point to further progress the story. There's a lot of interesting side quests, because some people have said that the bulk of the interesting stuff in the game is the side quest, and you know what? Maybe that could be true. Only one way to discover for yourself. And you can join different sorts of faction where you can grind some points there to be able to get bonuses, I think, or unlock different perks. It's all very complex in a way. Well, not complex, but there's a lot to do. The combat is dynamic. It is just like an MMORPG, in fact. You've played MMORPGs, you know what it's like. Combat is very similar. You also have a similar set of skills. And classes too. I mentioned classes before, but yeah, there's different tons of classes. I mean, with each their special perks, or more supportive classes or offensive classes. You know, you have your whole party composition. You recruit characters that have certain classes. You can assign yourself another class to better create a dynamic inside your party, but you do you want a party full of offense, have fun, the power is yours. I said before I didn't finish the game, and that's true. Life got in the way, like when you grow up you have responsibilities, and then suddenly you can't play your Wii U for 2 hours a day, and then you sort of like drop out. But that's what happened to me, and I still regret it because I was close to finishing. You unlock something really cool at a certain point in the game. I will spoil right there. No, warning, I will spoil. I was about to unlock, drum rolls, flight. I was going to unlock flight on my scale, on my big mech, and I did the mission to do it, and I unlocked flight, and then I had to stop, so I could never really experience the full potential of the open world, because that's really when the whole game fucking opens up. That's when you can fly islands in the sky, or quickly cross continents. That's that kind of thing, and I didn't do it. I couldn't do it, and I'm still mad about it. And I didn't play too much of the multiplayer either. It's a solo MMORPG, but there is a multiplayer element. You can take on some online missions, and there's also super bosses there where you can, I think it's up to 32 people that you could take on these whole super bosses. So that was a thing. I never experienced it, but that sounds fucking cool if you ask me. But hey, there's a definitive edition that comes out on March 2025. And apparently there's going to be more content, redone graphics, and also possibly a post-game story that could wrap up what the loose threads that the base game had. Apparently the base game kind of ended on a cliffhanger, and oh boy, maybe this time we'll get some answers. I don't know, that's what people say. I just need to buy the game and figure it out myself. Though I'm not looking forward to doing a certain thing in the game. You can rank affinity with your characters that you can recruit. They have hearts. As you do stuff with them, they start to like you more, and you can have some background stories over them, or kind of like heart-to-heart moments. There's one such character that you can do with, and you should do, because, spoiler alert, one of these characters becomes inaccessible after a certain point. If you want to fully complete the game, you should probably grind affinity on all your characters before you reach a certain point in the story, which you might do anyways, because the game is fucking huge, and there's a lot to do, so you might reach that point before completing any story that requires to do that. Overall, XENOBLADE CHRONICLES X is not just a game. I mean, it is a game, it is a Nintendo game on a Nintendo console, but the Xenoblade games have a special place in my heart. I played the first one on Wii, that stuck with me for a long time, and XENOBLADE X, similarly, it just, I don't know what it is. It just feels like the perfect soup. It just feels good, I appreciate it. The combat, the world, the music, the story, the setting, it is just coming all together to create this gem, this underrated gem that didn't sell really well on the Wii U. But I certainly hope that on the Switch, that has a buttload of people that bought this console, unlike the Wii U, I hope that it will get the success that it deserves, because this game is truly special. And who knows, maybe I can do a bit of multiplayer then. Maybe that will force me to get the Nintendo Switch Online, if it is interesting. I'm curious to hear and see what they're going to add to the game. That might make it even better than the base one on Wii U. And there's mechs! Like, for fuck's sake! Mechs, don't you love mechs, big giant robots? You make your own giant robot, you equip the weapons that you want on the giant robot, you color your robot like you want, and you go smash wildlife and bad guys and all this. You're the savior of humanity. You're there to protect humanity, so do your job and get yourself a giant robot, mate. If you liked this video, like and subscribe, support me. I love support. Tell me all about XENOBLADE CHRONICLES X. When did you discover it? Did you play it? Did you enjoy it? What's your favorite part about XENOBLADE CHRONICLES X? And will you pick up the definitive edition that's coming out on Nintendo Switch in 2025? Tell me in the comments below, and I kiss you on the cheeks, big kisses, and I'll see you for the next video, alright? There's another one that will pop up later. Cheers!